two other players, one from the Ukraine and one from Belarus. Our two chip leaders, big time, as we can see, and they can discuss some kind of ICM deal or any other deal. So 250. So here we go with our first hand. Seat 5 is the short stack. He's going to be on the big blind in 2 hands time. This is probably one he needs to move with. King Jack suited. He's got 2 hands to decide before he's in the big blind, and this is a very sensible move. Although he's out of position, it's a strong hand for a short stack to push with. Puts pressure on better hands like the ace 4 in the hijack. Has to fold. And he's got 2 blinds. Ace 8 may well call in the small blind. He's got 17 million. He's in 3rd place at the moment. Alexander from Ukraine. And does isolate by going all in. And the big blind needs a very special hand here, which he doesn't have. So short stack needs to hit a king or a jack or some kind of straight that doesn't hit the ace. He's in a very tricky spot. His clubs are no good. But he had to push with the king jack suited. No argument there. It's in the lap of the gods, and it's ace king jack. He's hit 2 pairs on the flop. Top pair for the guy with the most chips on the small blind, and 2 pairs. So now he needs to avoid an 8 or another ace. That's all. 7 cards to avoid, or 6. Oh, and there's the 8. Wow. There was 1 8 ace out. And we lose our first player in the very first hand. Unlucky, sir.
Such a kind table. Yeah. He asked me, I said him straight ahead how much I had. Shake it away.
This could be a misstep. All in with the king 10 and snapped by ace 10. He's in a bad shape here. But he's hit his king. Running good isn't the word. King 10 is beating the ace 10, who made a perfectly good call. Only a jack now or an ace. Okay. And we lose our 7th place finisher. Very unlucky there to go out.
I think I should be calling for bigs there. I think automatic should call.
I'll work out whether just to make the raise or shove again. This time I think more sensibly, just making the raise. Looks stronger than a shove anyway. See if anyone's got a hand to look him up. Yes, we're going to see an all-in here, and he'll have to call. Daniel with the ace-king, but he is the player at risk. So we've got a shove and a call. Lovely, well played, not wasting anyone's time. All in, ace-king against ace-jack. 2, 4, 5, both with a straight draw. So there's a queen. Only a jack can win it for seat 8. And ace king wins. So a nice double up there. Alexander moved up from 17,000 to 17 million to 28 million. Got a very playable ace-9 suited in the small blind. Raises. Are we going to see small blind, big blind action? It's very unlikely that small blind has nothing. But, I'm wrong. I apologise. But a call with the king-6 offsuit. 2 diamonds, ace-9, nut flush draw against top pair. This could be action. Wants to be betting at least kind of 2 million into this pot. 1.8, 1.9 maybe. Needs to try and build the pot. Very considered, very thoughtful. He's counted out the 2.1, and there it is. So we've now got 10 million in the pot. Alexander needs an ace or a diamond, and that is not a good card. He may even think it's a good card, but 2 pairs, the ace can play sometimes, but we know his opposition has a king, top pair. It's a very good card for the king. 12 million in the pot. How much is he going to bet? He doesn't want to let this draw come. What size are we going to get? Looks relatively small. Maybe 4, maybe 5. Possibly even smaller. 3.5. Wow. Yeah. And a snap call with the nut flush draw. When I say snap call, what I mean is 1 chip at a time is going over the line. He doesn't like working, this boy, does he? And he has missed his flush draw. Probably see check here. Not sure he's going to want to bet in case his opposition has a better king or a 10. So not a lot of value in betting here, unless he feels he's behind. We know he's not. Top pair of kings with 10s is the winning hand. Yeah, that's a sensible play. He's going to see how lucky he got. And Alexander is going to feel pretty aggrieved. Best hand pre-flop.
I don't know if you keep shaking them because you want NC or you want aces.
I hope it somehow changes. Just like a rubber.
Nice. Ace queen against ace queen. Both all in with similar stacks. Both have separate flush draws as well. Red against black. 2 black cards, but not the same suit.
We had the same situation with Ace King.
We are not going to see any change here.
Oh, sit down.
You guys just take my money.
Blinds have, of course, gone up to 400, 800. That means there's 2 million in the pot, with the big blind playing the ante for the whole table. Puts more pressure on the shorter stacks. And he goes for it, and he's happy with what he sees. At least he has a lot more outs than he thought he would. So 7-8 suited against twos. Are we going to lose Daniel in 6th place for 9k, or will the twos hold? Not against 3 sevens, they won't. 2 twos left in the pack for a full house. An 8, a 5, or another 7 to close this out. Oh my God, there's the 2. Oh, Daniel now in the lead on the turn. Fabulous hand. And a 4. Wow, a double up there. Interesting hand developing. We've got 3 decent hands there. Raised with a king 9. And there it goes. Ace queen all in. The king 9 will fold. And probably our chip leader will call with the ace 10. He's already got 4.2 million invested. He's getting value to call, but he's a big dog. He really isn't sure what to do at all. And that's because it is right on the line. I think he's going to fold it. That's what his body language says. Yeah. Daniel picks up a nice uncontested 19 million pot. Looks like he's folding it. Mateus, though, may feel got an opportunity to take this pot, but we know he hasn't. We're not going to see any kind of folding from Alexander with a flush draw. Just taking it easy, though. Of course, poor me may feel he's got an 8. Not looked like he's got a flush draw. A beautiful check here, inducing the bet. Really, really good poker here from Alexander. And there's the raise. 3.5 million, 2.1 million to call. It's tempting. 5-1 on his money. This has really been very, very well played by our Ukrainian, who did lose 10 million earlier in a big pot when he had the nut flush draw and missed. Gets a call, shows the flush, very nicely played. And seat 1, still at risk, Wojciech, although I think he's won every all-in he's put in. He's either got someone to fold or he's had the better hand and won. So this time down again with ace-king, twice in a row. Poker gods favouring our Austrian friend. Of course, Austria, the border, very close to Slovakia. Takes you 30 minutes in the car from Vienna to Bratislava. And Banco Casino attracts a lot of Austrian players. This time just a small raise. Just calling. That brings our chip leader in with the 9-8. Jack 5-5. Mateus is hit top pair. Nothing for our chip leader, Camille. He'll get out the way. This is going to be a check raise, I think. Just going to call. Very disguised. I'm pretty sure Camille will get out of the way. Got nothing to do with this board. So, Dan needs a king. Really doesn't even breathe. Not sure he's human. I think we might need a doctor to do a check. Not allowed to play AI poker in a live casino. And the jack's still holding. There's the value bet. It's very high. And the longer Daniel makes to decide, the more... Oh, it's a good fold in the end. It's a good fold. Very tempting to call, but a good fold. Ace 10 now. Calling the Jack 10. For the first time, we are seeing our short stack. Wojciech in seat 1 is actually dominated by Alexander in seat 2. I need a lot of luck to spike a jack. Ace 10 of hearts against Jack 10. Not hit it so far. Needs a queen or a jack. And we lose a very plucky player. This time our chip leader, the most aggressive player on the table, has a premium hand in queens. Making a small raise, an ace queen behind him is going all in. So we may well lose our 4th place finisher, Daniel, at risk against the chip leader who dominates him with queens against ace queen. He will get a very tidy 18,500 for 4th, which is pretty good value. No ace so far. No one has spades. So basically an ace from space or a 10. And an ace or a 10 will give Daniel, and a queen wraps it up. Daniel is gone. We are down to 3. Right. Pretty Jack-9 suited, but just calls. I think both these players concerned about Kamil's shoves with any kind of strong hand. This time the Queen 8, which is ahead, just checks. From Kamil's point of view, he will be looking for the trap. 6, 7, 10. Gut shot with the Queen 8. Up and down. No, sorry, and a gut shot with the Jack-9 and a flush draw. He's going nowhere. Kamil makes a bet with the best hand at the moment. A lot of... Oh, there's been a raise and a call. Raise to 4 million. Something wrong with the betting amounts here, I think. Wow, looks like we've got an all-in, and the Jack-9 wins. No, Jack-9 doesn't win. He's walked off. He is all in. He's walked off. The chips are in. There's no rule in poker that says you have to be at the table when the hand is dealt. Queen hits the flop, and we lose our third place finisher. Queen was winning anyway. Big hand now for Kamil. Jacks on the button. How's he going to play it? Just a raise, but it's a big raise. Wow. All in and a call. This could be it. King 7 is playing jacks. Jack's massive favourite here, 72% favourite. And Mateus may have run out of steam under the pressure of Kamil. It didn't just start when they were heads up. It's been pressure all day on this final table. Just got to fade a king or running diamonds. And Kamil is 3, 5, 10. So no diamonds and only one club. So there will be no flush. Needs to hit a king. 3 kings in the pack. However, a lot of cards in the pack. Ace, no help to Mateus, and I think our chip leader with 39 guaranteed has increased another 12,000, takes home 51,000, which is just about first prize anyway. All the best. My name is JJ Hazan, and it's been a pleasure helping you through this final table. Good night.